Alright guys, moving along to bag H now. Last video was putting the arms on. This video looks like we're going to start with the bell crank. We'll see how long it takes. If we'll move along to bag H2, we're going to start with bag H1. H2 looks like it's all the center supports. There's going to be a lot of end pieces to put together on that one. We shall see. There's a lot of little goodies inside this one. Alright, so our bell crank assembly there. There's our bearings, our stems, and our screws. And a couple of balls. And then it's like some nuts. It's like a bushing. A nut. A couple of screw washers. A thick spacer, two thin spacers. I'll have 4 turnbuckle bearings and 2 stems. Alright, let's get this started. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to assemble the right hand turnbuckle. Right hand turnbuckle is going to be the one with the screw holes in the top of it, this one. Looks like the raised section is going to go up. And then we've got this carbon fiber piece right here,
motion detected,
which is going to go on facing the opposite direction of the front of this. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3 button head screws. 1, 2, 3. Probably going to be a 1.5. A 1.5? Yes, it's 1.5. Just get them started. 1, 2. And 3. And the reason why I don't tighten the first one down is just in case when I do that it kicks it off to the side. I like to get my screws started, that way I know all my screws are in the holes. Don't have to worry about fighting with it. Makes it easier for the holes to line up. Alright, when we get to the electronic side of things, guys, I'm going to be reusing the electronics from my other car. Not going to do like the Monaco build and do all new stuff. It's going to be reuse the ESC and the motor and the receiver and all that stuff. Alright, so now we got our right hand turnbuckle put together, or not our turnbuckle, or bell crank. So it's showing it wants the ball to go into the outer hole, like so. Oh, no, it wants a thick washer underneath that. So we're going ball, thick washer. Then we're going to go through that hole. And then we got a nylock nut going on the back of that. So that's going to be probably a 2mm. Yep, 2mm. And then we're going to get our little adjustable wrench. We're going to put it on there. We're going to tighten it up.
pants are back in my cabinet.
Alright. Just like that. We'll put a bearing in the top. Put a bearing on the bottom. We're going to do the same thing with the left hand one. We're going bearing in either side. It looks like I didn't tighten up one of my screws on that bell crank. There we go. Check the other two just to make sure. I didn't go back and double check everything. That's what happens. There we go. Alright, now everything's tight there. Alright, so I got the bearings put in both sides of the bell crank. So now we're going to put our steering posts in. We're going to have our We'll have our 12 millimeter M3 screws, and we're going to put some thread locker on there, and it's going to go through the hole that goes in that last hole of the carbon fiber piece that went under the front bell crank. See if it'll tighten up without a wrench. Sometimes they play nice. Yep, that played nice. Alright, that's one. We'll find our other screws here. We'll go thread locker because it's going up into the aluminum piece. It's going to go up. I know this car is kind of hard to see on the video because it's all black stuff. I guess what my favorite color is, black. But alright, so now we got our posts in right here and right here. So now we're going to put which way? This way. Put the bell crank in. Carbon fiber up, like so. See, is there anything else I needed to put on that thing before I put it in there? Nope. And we got the left side bell crank. We'll go in there like so. And then we got our it's supposed to be the thin washer. So it looks like thin washer there. Thin washer there. And I think the other stuff goes on with the, yeah, so they should have put that on that one. So I'm going to take the rest of the stuff that's in that H1 bag. Take these washers off the top because I'm not going to use those quite yet. Alright, so we've got our actual bell crank steering rod here. The bushings will go up from the bottom. Like that and like that. And I've got a before I put those in. And then I'll tell you what order to put this stuff in to make it easier. So I've got my little steering turnbuckle balls. There's two of them, they're black. And one goes on either side of the bell crank rod. So this one goes that direction. One goes here. Hold it over the white so you can see it. Tighten that up pretty good. We'll get our other one, put some thread lock on it. Tighten it up pretty good. And then we'll put our bushing on the bottom. The screw goes through. The bushing is kind of tight. It does go through there. It's kind of good because it kind of holds it in place because it's that tight. Alright, same thing with the other side. We're going to put bushing on the bottom and push screw through. So it should look like that. And this will get screwed down into the plastic. On the bell crank. Left and right bell crank arms. There's supposed to be a washer on top of that. Just spotted them. Go in there. Take the other side off. I'm going to fight with it if I keep doing it like this. Right. Get that bushing seated back into place. There it goes. Pull this bushing off. Washer on there. Get this bushing back into place. Alright, start that again. One started. screws in with the driver, make it a little bit easier and faster. Do one and the other. Let they go down nice and even. One side snug down before I could stop it. I backed it up just a little bit because I want to crank it by hand. Alright. We'll loosen that up just a hair. Alright, there we go. Steering rack's tight. Everything moves smooth like that. Whee! Alright, so we got 15 minutes left of video, and we got the center assembly. We'll get started on at least. This one may have to be a two-parter. So we're on bag H2. And we got our smaller bag that's going to have our balls and ends. And then we got a bag of washers. Put my scissors down. Bag of washers and spacers of all different sizes, shapes, and types. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to get these balls put in these ends. Again, like we were doing the other ones, the opening of these things where the ball goes in has a nice little shiny edge to it. Got my shock tool here. These are pretty big balls to pop in, so they're probably going to have a nice little snap to them. My favorite things. Yeah, I like that. You got 4 of these to put in. Balance the ball on top of there. Put the pin on there, and yeah. Do it again. And then one more time. Last one. Alright, so I got all 4 of my ends on. So now, with my long center brace, we got figure out which way the threads go here. Going the right way. Yeah, it just took a second to get it started. Alright, there's a flat spot on the end right here, so I can hold it with pliers, or not pliers, with my wrench. Run this ball in. You can even take your 2mm, push it through. Use it for leverage, makes it a little bit easier. Don't wear the fingers out. Alright, and that's butted up. Then the other side looks like it's going to be the same. I believe the other side's reverse threads. No. That one's going to be the same thing, righty tighty. Hard part's getting them started. Am I wrong? Yeah, it's righty tighty. I was trying to do lefty tighty. Alright, all the way down. Let's get it all the way down. Both of the balls should be facing the same direction on this thing. Alright. Both facing the same way. Just like so. So we got our little bearing washers over here. They're going to go top the bearing. Pop that one off. Just like so. They got a little opening in the bottom of it for the shaft to go into. And then we got our carbon fiber triangle here. You'll notice that this is smooth, and then you got the humps on the sides where the steering post goes. That's going to go in there like so. We've got our screws here. It's going to be one, two, three, four, five, six. Alright, we must have screws on another bag. There's only 4 screws in that bag, and I'm showing that I should have 6. Should have 16 and 14, 559, 559. So I should have 414. I should have 2 longer screws in there that aren't there.
I'll have her, or I'll message you in a little while.
They're supposed to go into the steering posts.
She's staying with me.
So
She's staying with me but she's over.
I'll get these put in.
Well, she was over in Moscow for a while, but I don't know. She hasn't left there. I'll send her back.
Small washer.
She did. Things change. I'll just say that. So.
This goes in here. I don't know why they didn't give me orange washers for this.
Okay, they're probably the packages that she asked them to resend.
Alright, and this one should come around, and this one's going to go into aluminum, so this one's going to get thread locked.
I will let her know.
It's also going to get a steel washer.
I have not forgotten about getting with you on my other property.
So I don't know why they didn't give me colored washers for those. It would look good with the orange washers up there on top. Alright, then we got our little turnbuckle here. It's going to be looks like it's going to be a 4747, so it's going to be the little. They're showing a thick and a thin.
Motion detected. Alright. Okay, never mind. I'll talk to you when you get in.
Okay, yeah, so showing the thick one and the thin one with the same number, but it's not. It's not.
No. No.
Do just like I did the other ones. Wrench with a nut driver, tighten it down. Small washer on this side.
Motion detected.
I'll tighten this up. Alright. And now we got a carbon fiber brace that's going to go across here. And we got steel washer. Put some thread locker on there. Large washer is going to be backside. I'll go in there like that. Like that. And we got washer, thread locker. Alright, just like that. That's it for that one. I'm about to find out where those other two screws are. Hopefully they're in an option bag or something, and I'll have these two screws for this. And I'll put them in. I'll take care of that before the next video. Alright guys, that's it. Next thing we're going to be working on, it looks like, is the rest of the front assembly, including the tower and brace. And the roll bar. Cool? Alright guys. Check out on the next one. We're getting it.